What's up, everybody? This is Brian Young. Forgot my last name there for a second. With the third episode of the Different Faces podcast. I'm here today with the homegirl, Natasha.
Hi.
Do you have any social media you want to shout out?
I would give my Snapchat, but I'm not fucking with Snapchat at the moment.
What? You Snapchatted me like...
I understand, but I don't want to open the app.
Okay, sure. Oh yeah, Natasha...
The update is frustrating to me.
Explain the frustration, because again, I don't have it.
Okay, so they put the stories and your convos in one page, but it's not chronological order. It's just random. They just pop up wherever they want, and it's so messy. My eyes doesn't understand. I just hate it so much. It's just messy.
So are we on our fuck Snapchat stuff today?
Yeah. I don't know who thought that was an okay thing to do. Really, they showed that to someone, and they're like, "Is this cool?" And someone said, "Yes." What?
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like little kids who are used to seeing cluttered screens, and they're like, "Oh, well, this is fine," and they're just cool with it, you know?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean just do whatever. No rules. They're fuck everything we made before.
There are no rules in tech, Natasha. You just do what you want, you know?
I don't approve of that.
Well, we're going to get over it in a week, and then there's just going to be Snapchat. It's just how it is.
No.
All right. So, our first topic is from Jeremy Steck, and that's Jeremy_Steck on Snapchat. Opinion on reviewers. That would be makeup, music, books, games, movies, whatever. Do you have an opinion on reviewers, Natasha?
I think they're fine. On YouTube, you have the beauty gurus who do makeup reviews. They make 20-minute videos though, so it's who wants to watch all that?
Right.
Just give me a short. Is it cool? Is it good? But that's fine. People want to know if it's a good product.
Okay. I am the opposite. Fuck
really?
Reviewers.
Why?
Yeah, fuck them. Because anybody could do a review on shit. I can do a review on shit.
I'm not saying it's a talent or anything.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's helpful still.
But it's not a talent. It's not something that
it's not a talent.
I feel especially for movies, I just don't trust movie reviewers.
No, fuck movies. Only for products, it really.
For products, sure. For products, I could see
online.
That. But for books or games or music or movies, I'm you know what? Those are so subjective that a person can hate a video game and review it and say that it sucks, and you can play it and it could be the best game of your life.
Yeah, it's just your opinion.
Yeah. So when you're reviewing things like that, this art type stuff, fuck someone else's opinion. Go experience the shit for yourself.
Especially movies,
Yeah, you don't know.
Rotten Tomatoes, 2 tomatoes, but
right, who knows?
What?
If
what
you like
the
movie, I mean, I'm sure there are people who like the last Airbender movie, and in my opinion, the movie was awful. It was god awful, but I guarantee you can find a couple reviews that say it was a good movie.
Oh yeah.
So you just gotta experience that stuff.
There's always gonna be someone who likes the thing,
exactly.
Even if a lot of people don't.
Exactly.
So it's you just don't know what you're gonna get on those.
You're your own person. Don't listen to movie reviewers because they lie and they bullshit, and fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But if you're buying stuff on Amazon or any online area, you should definitely read the reviews.
Yeah, I mean, if the reviews say that a product is broken or doesn't work the way it should,
whack.
Then it's sure.
This
that's fair.
seller's whack.
Yeah, you would know, right? Because that's something that was objectively, this product is crap or it doesn't do what it says. Then okay, you got me there.
Also, look at the pictures, the customer pictures.
Looking at an advertisement for a Big Mac versus actually buying a Big
Mac. Yeah, it looks nothing like the picture, and it never will. It never will.
I feel that. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next one is from Sasha. Young Pita Chip on Snapchat.
Oh, just skip that one.
Wow. See, this is the third episode where someone is throwing shots.
He's my brother, though, so...
I mean, still, though. This podcast is an avenue for beef. And
he's going to listen to this.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to answer his question dutifully.
Fine.
All right.
Yeah. What's the question?
Tips for picking high school classes and high school in general.
Just do what you want to do. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to be, an overachiever, If you want to have no friends in high school, I'm
Whoa.
just kidding. Because you're going to be busy if
Right.
you take like a bunch of AP classes. But I mean, there's a benefit to doing that.
Colleges.
College.
Yeah.
But it's like you don't really know what your plan is. You don't know if you're going to go to college or whatever.
I mean,
Stuff could happen.
Yeah. I would agree. I mean, AP classes and honors classes are stressful. That's definitely
Did
true.
you take any?
I took an AP class, like AP US History, because I thought it looked cool in the college app. And it was fine, but like, I don't know, I don't feel like I gained anything great from it. I mean, I don't know. I think that high school is kind of one of those things where it's like, you should just do what makes you happy. Pick the classes that, obviously the classes that you have to do. Obviously, you should pick some classes to look good on an application once you're applying to college. But do something you feel is going to be useful and interesting.
Yeah, do something you want to do, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't like necessarily look good on a college app, like it's like some random like cooking or whatever. I mean, I don't know what colleges want, but like you could learn a lot more if you take a class that you actually like.
Yeah.
Because you'll be more interested in it.
And as much as people say, like, oh, well, a C in an honors class looks better than an A in a regular class, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, a C is a C, man.
Yeah.
It's still the same on your GPA.
Like, take classes that you also think you could do well in. Like, don't, like, people say challenge yourself, and I think that it's important to challenge yourself, just in, like, life in general. But, I mean, do classes that you know that you can pass and do well in. Also suggest, if you want to, like, make friends and stuff, ASB, important, student government,
Oh, yeah.
get to know people. Sports, definitely a good avenue. I mean, just in terms of, like, staying healthy, but also a good way of getting to know people.
And just clubs, any clubs. Like most high schools have like a club fair, and you can like check out all the clubs and sign up and stuff.
Yeah, just put yourself out there and be yourself. I mean, I know that there's like movie cliches of people being themselves and high school people will pick on them or whatever. That's not really true, at least not in my high school experience. I mean, be an individual, like, you know, be good to people. People will be good to you back, and you'll have a good time. Just don't be like that weird kid that's like weird.
Don't shoot up the school.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. You know,
that's a good way to lose friends.
And probably end up in prison for the rest of your life, you know.
Or just kill yourself after.
Jesus Christ.
Not to bring up Columbine.
Whoa.
But I think people need to get over it a little bit.
Holy crap.
Like, no, come on. People still bring that up like it happened yesterday. Like, it was 1998. Like, it hasn't... Like, it's different.
I am in shock.
I honestly, like, it happened. Like, talking about it isn't going to make it not happen. You know what I mean? Like, we get it. We get it. Like, that should not have ever happened. It was very preventable from, like, every step of the way. But it happened. Those kids are still dead.
Whoa.
And...
I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that. I mean... Columbine was terrible.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. I don't know if I can make a comment on that.
But, like, they died too, so is it bad?
I'd say it's pretty bad. Kids died. But
yeah.
You know what we got out of Columbine and other school shootings? Nothing. No gun control. No one was like... I mean, it's kind of weird, just like as a pivot point, how, like, kids die and no politician is like, hey... Maybe we should restrict people from using guns. You know? I don't know what it takes at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're always, like, every year on the anniversary. They're like, wow, rest in peace. And yeah,
oh, I see what
sad,
you mean.
but, like, no one's doing anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, we're, like, super reactionary to things emotionally, but we never, like, take action and actually, like, fix issues. Like, even when we talk about things like the prison industrial complex, I think a lot of people have been talking about those issues. And there are a lot of issues, but when we bring them up, nobody seems to have any tangible solutions that get put into place to help the people that are suffering. And I think that that's an issue. We got to do better. And it starts by voting, which, going back to the prison industrial complex, is restricted because felons can't vote, which sucks. I'm going to go into tangent, though, so I'll avoid that because this conversation.
Did you know they don't cut their hair in prison? I did not know that.
They don't?
No, I thought they would bring, like, a barber or some guy, like, every once in a while to, like, fucking fix you up.
You gotta...
But they don't. It just grows.
Are they afraid of, like, prisoners looking nice in prison?
Maybe they don't want like the scissors to like.
That could be, but I mean, you could have a prison appointed barber, right? And then just
I
have
would
them.
think they. I thought they did. I found this out today.
They just don't cut their hair.
They just
fuck
don't.
them. Just fuck prisoners, I guess. In America.
They just let it do whatever it wants.
That's what we're about. Just hating
I don't
prisoners.
think that's okay. Like.
I don't think a lot of things about prisoners are okay.
If prisoners are like gonna get out at one point, like, and have to live in the real world again, like, why not bring things from the real world back into prison so they can like get used to it and not like just go crazy again when they get out?
Because I think our prisons are designed to punish people, which is why, like, so obviously you can't vote if you're a felon. You're restricted from certain housing. You're restricted from welfare.
And jobs.
You have to pay a ton of fines after you get out of prison. So your life is basically ruined.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of people end up going back because there's no training on how to act in the real world. There's no... I mean, you're just out, and then you have to deal with all this shit and get your life together.
And that's a lot
for
someone who's been just like in a room for like 20 years or whatever.
Right. And on top of that, you have to deal with like all the mental trauma of
definitely.
being in prison. And I mean, the system is set up for people to fail and go back.
I saw that they were doing like VR like headsets for people in prison who are about to get out to like, and they just like simulate real life things like doing laundry or like going to the store. And they're like, they like showed this one guy like a self-checkout thing at Safeway. And he was like, I've never seen this in my life. Like, he didn't even know what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. But they were, like, showing them how to do it, and then they have to, like, do the motions.
And, like...
in the VR.
So, something that
pretty cool.
I've been thinking about is, like, one of our biggest problems with prison is that we send people to prison for the lamest reasons. Like, drug crimes make up such a large portion of our prison population. And I may be alone here, but I feel like drugs should be legal, or at least decriminalized. Because I just don't think that it's worth ruining someone's life over them smoking weed, or, it's going to sound crazy, but if someone smokes crack, or like sniffs cocaine, I do not think that their whole life should be ruined for that.
Yeah, like, if they, like, kill someone while they're on crack, then
sure,
yeah.
It makes sense.
But not just because they smoke crack. Like, that's their life.
I mean, there's, like, mandatory minimum sentences for having certain drugs. Like, should someone get 5 years of their life taken away in a felony for having a bit of crack on them? I don't think so. I don't think so either. Like, focusing on healing people, like, focusing on rehabilitation is probably the way to go. But we don't. Because,
like, just send them to rehab or something.
Right. I mean, there are different avenues to approach, like, drug crime. Way
healthier.
Yeah. You don't have to lock people away for harming absolutely nobody. And people say, oh, well, if people are smoking crack, then they're going to be killing people in the streets. Well, people drink, and some people are fine drinking. And the people that aren't, that do negative stuff while they're drunk, get penalized for doing those negative things. If you beat up someone while you're drunk, you're going to go to prison. You don't outlaw the alcohol, you outlaw the people, or you don't punish the alcohol, you punish people who can't control the substance that they're on.
Yeah, and a lot of sober people kill people, too.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
So...
a lot of mass murderers were very sober when they did it.
So it's like...
yeah.
It's not really the drugs, necessarily.
It can be, but, like, you know, again, it's just
but
crazy.
most of them is just, like, crazy guy.
Yeah. Okay, so here we have a topic from me, and you can find me at various sites. I'm not gonna... whatever. Okay, so... can you tell a person that they're too big for you? Like, size-wise. Can a guy tell a girl, I'm not interested in you because you're too big? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because girls do it.
Girls do it. Girls are... see, I am team girls are way more shallow than guys.
Definitely.
In general. But
not like... I want to say all girls are more shallow.
Not all girls. A lot of girls are kind of
a lot of girls are pretty shallow.
Yeah.
And that's because I'm a girl and girls talk to me.
Yeah. I mean, as much as guys are shallow, like, I mean, I think we're more open about being shallow, which is kind of why we get the stigma
it's just because, like, people stereotype boys as being like that.
Yeah.
In general, and it's like, that's not how there's, like, you, as a society, made them like that.
Right.
That's just the image they put out.
I guarantee the 5'2" chubby dude isn't getting a lot of dates.
No, probably not.
So... and I think that it's more accepted. I think it's more accepted to be like, you know what? He's not physically what I want, so I'm not gonna date him.
Yeah, you should never settle. Always get what you want in a relationship, because in the end, you're not gonna be happy if you just settle.
Oh yeah. Be happy with the choices you make. Don't ever like be desperate and be like, oh, I'm just gonna date this person just because. Like, you know, you got to go for what you want. But I asked the question because I was thinking. So I saw this girl's picture on Twitter because I'm on Twitter a lot. Brian is the king if you want to follow me.
Do it.
And she was a larger girl, and I just want to preface this by saying that everybody should be happy with who they are. Obviously, you know, aim to be healthy. You know, don't just let yourself go because fuck it. You know, but be happy with who you are, even if you're bigger. You know, that's not a reason to feel bad about yourself. To be like, oh, I'm a bad person because I'm a larger human being. Like that's totally okay. But I think she was pushing what might have been an unhealthy weight, and people in the comments were like saying, I'm glad that you're happy with who you are, and I'm glad that, you know, you have a positive self-image, which is something that you should do. But don't forget, you also have to take care of yourself. And, you know, if you're like, again, 5'5", and you're pushing like 400 pounds or 500 pounds, that might not be the healthiest way to live your life. And just as a preface again, there are skinny people that can also be super unhealthy.
It's true.
I mean, there are larger people that are totally fine healthy-wise. There are people who are average that are completely unhealthy. The people that are skinny, they're completely unhealthy. So not saying that that's only applies to bigger people, but it kind of made me think of like, if a guy tells a girl, you're too big for me, then that's like looked down upon. But if a guy says like, oh, I like girls with a little bit of meat on them, that's not really a bad thing.
Yeah.
Societally?
Yeah, because it's just like they keep saying like if you're bigger, like no one's gonna love you, and that's not true.
Yeah, that's fucked. Don't say
like
that to people.
don't.
That's fucked.
Like that, and also people carry weight differently, so you could be
true.
like the same weight as someone and look totally different. Like
yeah.
So it's not really about what weight you are. It's just as long as you're healthy, should be good. And like if a guy says, "I don't want you because you're bigger," then he's not even worth having you.
Yeah.
You should have someone that likes you for who you are.
Yeah, there's always going to be someone that appreciates you and likes you where you are. Like, no matter what you look like.
But as long as you're happy with yourself, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need no man or woman.
I feel that. Or other
self-love.
Partner. Self-love is what it's about.
2018, self-love.
2018, hashtag self-love. Go out there, give yourself a hug.
Hashtag body posy.
Yeah. You know, February 13th, go out and buy yourself a big bundle of chocolate. And be
New
like,
Year's
I love me.
resolution, lose 20 pounds, great for you. And if you don't, you still did great.
You're still you.
Hydrate, though.
Just
that's important.
Hydrating is important. Which apparently, so there's like rumors, or not rumors, but people say, oh, you gotta drink a certain amount of water. Only drink water when you're like thirsty. That's a thing.
I mean, yeah, drink water when you're thirsty, but also if you're not thirsty, drink water every hour or so. You know, just stay hydrated. You don't have to like drown yourself, not like a whole bottle. You know, just take frequent sips.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Don't be a H2-ho.
Don't be an H2. Well, I can't say that word because I'm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ho.
We're cursing on here. See, I'm clean. Natasha is. You know, she's just out here. She's the wild card of the podcast.
Wild card.
Yeah. You can't see what she did. She put her foot on the table. She is making a statement.
I was gonna like flip a chair, but I thought that would be a little too loud.
You know, it might be, but
also like there's a window. I don't know.
Yeah, people would get mad.
We just had a kerfuffle in the library.
Yeah, there was a lady who didn't want to leave the room, and yeah, it was crazy. If you haven't seen though, I think Jack Alfonso Hoops on Twitter, he posted a video of someone getting flipped in the library, or like I think it's Trogor or something. I don't know, but yeah, libraries are crazy.
There was a lot of library drama. I was kind of like taken aback. Is this how y'all do it in Mountain View?
I guess so. I guess libraries are full
of drama.
Where
I'm from, this doesn't happen in the library.
Oh,
it's a peaceful, wholesome place.
She's too good for Mountain View.
I've never seen. I thought this would be a nice place. Like it's a really nice looking library.
You're from San Jose though.
I understand that, but I don't. I'm banned from the San Jose Public Library.
What? How did that happen?
It's a long story.
We got time for this story.
Okay, check it out. So, I let people borrow my library card, and they checked out books and books and books. And my aunt from Germany came. She checked out books and books and books, and then she went back to Germany and didn't return the books. So I got too many fees. So they just banned me from the library.
They didn't just ask you to pay the fees?
No, they just banned me.
That seems like a weird way of doing business because, I mean, you can get your money back for the books instead of just banning you.
They just banned me. They were like, you did too much.
Okay.
So you can't do anything
Just
else.
fuck Natasha.
Yeah.
They just hated you. Public
it's
enemy
fine.
number
Like, I
one.
don't care about their stupid, like, artichoke outside anyway.
There's
like,
an artichoke outside.
There's an artichoke statue? Like, what is that?
I don't know.
What does that have to do with books?
We have pieces of the Berlin Wall in front of our library.
That's
We're
kind
cultured.
of depressing.
We're cultured. We believe in freedom, and the Berlin Wall pieces are a symbol of freedom and people coming together.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, like, coming together. Okay. But America's just built on racism.
A little bit.
No, a lot of it.
A
Like,
little bit.
the whole thing.
Racism and hate. Yeah.
And it's like, it wasn't even our fault. It was just England, Europe brought their racism over here. Because they didn't even like white people. The Irish.
Yeah.
They didn't even like them. So it's like, you don't even like white people? Like, how do you only like your kind?
You like the people that are in power and have the ability to oppress others. That's who gets liked. And if you are a group that can be oppressed, then you are disliked.
I don't get it. Like, and the Native Americans, when they all came, they were like, yeah, we'll help you out because you don't know how to plant corn.
Right.
And they're like, cool.
But there's a bunch of land here.
They got along for a while. But then
there's a lot of land.
Those people died, and their next generation was like, nah, fuck y'all.
Yeah, because there's, again,
you're brown.
A lot of land. And yeah, brown, we can take you over, we can kill you, we got smallpox, we got
have
guns.
Gunpowder.
Yeah, and then they were like, move the fuck out the way. And the Native Americans were like, all right, well, we're going to fight back. And it didn't end well.
It didn't work out for them at all.
It didn't work out.
Not
because
even a little.
Guns are really powerful, unfortunately.
Did you see that Winchester movie?
I did not.
That's about guns.
Was it good?
I honestly didn't like it. Because it's supposed to be like a scary movie, but it was just jump scares.
Oh. Wait, it's about like the haunted Winchester House?
Yeah, it's about Winchester Mystery House.
Well, yeah, but like, so it's not like a historical documentary or historical look at the family. It's about like
it is kind of.
So no, it's like both.
It's kind of both.
Okay.
I liked that part of it more than the like scary parts, because it was just like jump scares and predictable. But the part about like the actual lady who built the house, that was pretty cool, and like all her like thoughts and whatever. She would like talk to the ghosts that were killed with the Winchester guns, and she would build their rooms for them and keep them there until they were at peace.
Full disclosure, I do not believe in ghosts.
Oh, sorry, spoilers if you wanted to see that movie.
What's your take on ghosts?
Ghosts?
Yeah.
I think they're pretty rad. I don't think they're really a thing. Like, you can't, like, be like, oh, that's a ghost. But spirits, perhaps.
Well, I thought they were the same thing.
Well, like, a spirit, but you know how when they show a ghost in a movie, it's like a
boom.
white little outline. Like, I don't think that's a thing.
Okay.
But spirits... Sure.
I thought that...
Like, I don't know.
All right. Well, what about... Question from...
I don't want to offend any ghosts in the room.
I mean, they're already offended. They're like, oh, well, you said we're not really a thing, so you're already on it. But this brings me to a question by Maple Rick on Twitter. Aliens. What's your take on aliens?
I want them to take me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly... See, I am so afraid that I'm going to die before aliens make landfall here. Like... But, okay, so I was watching this video by In a Nutshell, and I think he referred to this thing as like the Great Barrier, where civilizations advance to the point where eventually they spread out and take over galaxies, right? But obviously, we haven't seen any evidence of like a galaxy-wide civilization, at least in the Milky Way. So he's saying that the reason is because there's a Great Barrier that all species hit. So they go through this barrier, and they hit it, and then they die. Or they're able to jump over the barrier, and they survive, and then they spread out. So the theory is that because we haven't seen any life, all life that's happened in the Milky Way, or that is existing right now, has hit the barrier, and they're all dead, and we're headed towards it.
A washed pot never boils.
What?
A washed pot never boils.
What does that mean?
Like, we're in space,
right?
Looking for aliens. But they ain't coming out. They see us. They're like, let's hide. come out when they're not here, you know? Well, because what if they're just there?
See, I feel like they would like.
Space is big enough to hide in.
That's true.
I would say.
That's true.
But also, what if you just woke up one day and you were like in an alien spaceship and there was aliens around you and they were like, "How was your trip?" And you're like, "My whole life." You were just like they just implanted something in your brain and you're like living an alien simulated life.
I'd be like, "Fuck, dude, what the hell? What did you do?" Yeah, it'd be pretty
possible.
Upset. It's possible. I can't say it's not impossible. I mean, kind of like the whole universe is a simulation thing. It's possible.
I've been watching too much Black Mirror, to be honest.
Black Mirror is such a good show. We were talking about it earlier.
We were.
And I don't get the fears from people who are afraid of the Black Mirror future, but I'm into the show. I think it's cool. It's my jam.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's really good writing. There's a lot of details.
Yeah.
Lots of details. Like, after I watch an episode, I like read on Reddit like the discussions about it, where everyone like points out all the Easter eggs, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even notice that in the episode before. Like, now I have to watch it again and look for all of that, all of the foreshadowing.
You got to go back and like reanalyze the whole episode.
Yeah, it just changes your whole perspective, and you're like,
fuck.
What? It was so obvious at the beginning what the end was, and you just missed it.
So check this out. So there's a Black Mirror episode, season 4. I won't spoil it. Basically, the premise is people have these implants where like they record their entire lives, so they can like look at stuff, it records it, and then they can go back and play their memories, and it kind of the world.
Oh, wasn't that in season 2?
Was that in season 2? Fuck,
where the guy like thought the girl was cheating on him.
Okay, season 2.
Okay.
So I don't need to spoil it. Whatever. You've seen season 2. If you haven't seen season 2, it's 2018. You're fucked up.
I haven't watched season 4 yet, so don't spoil
Okay.
anything.
It wasn't season 4. I was watching season 4 episodes, and then I went back and I was like, oh, this is season 4. But anyway, Google is coming out with these contact lenses that do the same thing. They record.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, so they record shit.
That's dangerous.
And like when you go to a restaurant or whatever, it'll like pop up reviews will pop up whenever you can see.
What?
Yeah. So are you down for that? Are you cool with those Google contact lenses?
I think that's like too much. Like that would be too much for me.
Like your
like having everything on your phone, but like in front of your eyes.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I don't know if it's everything, but just like the reviews and the recording of stuff, definitely.
Recording things.
Yeah. The contact lenses record.
I mean, that would be kind of cool. Like, you wouldn't need to, like, hold a camera, I
right.
guess.
You just look and, you would record, like, this.
That's kind of weird. I don't know. Because, like, I live my life, and, like, I do my actions, and I regret them immediately. So I don't want to see them again. You know what I mean?
Well, that's done.
Like, that's how I live my life. Moment to moment. And I'm like, well, shouldn't have done that.
Right.
And then, like, I don't want to think about it ever. And I'll, like, think about it in 5 years and, like, cry about it, probably.
But now you got the
right
lenses to see. Okay. See, my big fear is, like, you're having sex with someone, and then you break up with them, and then they're like, I got the whole thing on video, bitch. And you're like, oh,
yeah, there would have to be, like, something in place where you couldn't have memories of other people. But then that would, like
I don't know how you regulate
the purpose, yeah.
Like, I mean, if someone has a secret camera and they record you, like, you don't know. I mean,
and that's illegal.
It is illegal. And for the contact lenses thing, I think you would probably have a similar thing, but there's still the danger of someone records an intimate moment or a conversation or something, and then they put it out there, and you're like, fuck, you know?
Maybe there would have to be, like, a thing where, like, when you come into contact with someone, the person has to, like, sign a form or something.
Maybe.
Like an electronic, like, I accept you to record me or whatever.
But then it'd be, like, every time we talk to
someone. That's so inconvenient.
Yeah.
Like,
so I think to start out, it would be this huge thing with, like, if you don't know that someone's wearing the contact lenses, again, it's just dangerous because, they could be recording or, like, secret documents. You could be working for the government and you see something and, oh, my contact lenses are recording. I see the secret document. All of a sudden, I can put it online or sell it to someone and it's bad. So.
Right. People could give out, like, private information that shouldn't be out in the public.
Exactly.
And that's not good.
So, but at the same time, you could get some really dope shots.
How do we have, like, sex robots?
Oh,
okay?
Yes.
How do we have sex robots, but not garbage trucks that, like, close at the top? Because I was driving behind a garbage truck, and every 2 seconds, a freaking piece of trash would fly out of there and, like, hit my car. And I'm like, how is this good for the environment? Like, the trash that you collected is all just going out on the street, whereas before it was in my trash can. Safe. Like, how do they have sex robots but not garbage trucks that can close their lid?
You know?
Like, where's that technology? That would be pretty good.
Because nobody cares about garbage trucks. We care about fucking robots.
I get that, but, you know.
Yeah.
Like, the environment,
though. So, you're not about having sex with the robots, though, right?
I don't think that would be safe.
It would be pretty safe. I mean,
but, like, would it be good?
I have no idea. I'm assuming if it feels just like a person.
How would it feel like a person? What are they going to put inside?
It's like the stuff that
do they line it with human tissue? Because it's not going to feel the same.
No, we can have synthetic human tissue, I guess.
Out of what?
Well, what do they use for fake vaginas? Those
I don't know. I don't have one.
I don't have one either. I don't know, but I'm assuming it'd be something similar.
Like just a fleshlight inside of a robot?
Kind of, yeah.
That would be kind of weird, though, because if the outside is robot and the inside is, like, squishy.
Like, I would assume that, because they look pretty, I mean, they don't look real, but...
So, they look pretty good.
They look pretty good. I mean, from what I was reading, they don't have the technology to where they can, like, stand up and, like, do things, because that's, like, a whole other level of robotics that doesn't exist yet. But, you know, you can bend them over and do stuff, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, the only problem is they're, like, $10,000.
Yeah, and if you're gonna just spend $10,000 on a robot... Like, what are you doing with your life?
Right. I mean...
Like, there's so much better things to spend your money on.
That's true. So my thing is, like, where I'm kind of wondering if this is going is it going to be a thing where you have, like, sex robots and they look like your favorite celebrity or your favorite Instagram model? Because I know that you can switch out the faces and, like, switch out the hair and stuff. So I'm wondering if that's where, like, if someone can sell their likeness to the company and then they can produce sex robots that look like them.
Mm-hmm, like that molding your dick thing.
Yeah, kind of like that. Exactly.
But, like,
except you mold,
thing, your whole thing.
But I wonder if companies will also just, like, we can make a sex robot that looks like Kim Kardashian enough.
Sure.
But where it's not, that she can't sue.
I see that.
I feel like that could also be a thing.
Do people own their face? Like, do they own that image?
I think that...
Because it's just a combination of genes.
Yeah, I think that there's, like, laws against using someone's likeness. Like, if you wanted to use, like, LeBron James's likeness in a video game. LeBron James. Yeah, if you wanted to use his likeness in a video game and, like, say, oh, this is LeBron James, I think he could sue for that. I know that Jordan sued some shop because they used his likeness for, like, a lot of money. So I think there are some protections for, like, rich people that can afford to sue.
I guess, but it's like, what if it's just a guy that looks similar to you?
Well, that's the thing.
That's really possible.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, what's the difference between someone that looks like LeBron James and someone is
like a clone?
Yeah. So it'd be, again, something you have to figure out. Which
you'd have to change something just small, though.
Yeah, exactly. You change the nose, or change
the eye color or something.
It's not LeBron James. It looks like LeBron, but it's not. So, kind of want to circle back to this aliens thing.
Circle back.
Because I am so into aliens. So fucking into aliens.
There's a movie called Circle that was about aliens.
What was it about?
Circle back.
What happened?
These people, like, showed up to this place, and they had to stand in this circle, and they had each little platforms. And then, like, they would have to do something as a team. Kind of like Saw, like, you had to work together as a team to get out. Or if not, the aliens would, like, come fuck you up.
Okay.
Kind of like that.
Sounds like a bloody, violent movie.
It's pretty good. It's alright.
Alright.
It wasn't that good.
I'll take it.
It's on Netflix, I think.
I'll check it out. See what's up with it.
It's alright. It's an interesting concept.
So, are you for aliens showing up to Earth? If you like,
yeah, definitely.
Okay, but
they've been here before.
Oh, you're a believer in that?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because, like, who can say they haven't?
I don't know. I can't say. I have no idea.
They've probably been here. I mean, but probably not. It could go either way because the universe is huge. So it is possible they've never even been close to Earth.
Possible. Not probable. Possible. I don't know.
I don't know where aliens originate from.
Right.
But they could have. Or they could have never come close.
True.
But it's kind of cool to think that they have been here. Because there's just, I don't know. People say like they built the pyramids or whatever because people could never have built that. But I don't know. I don't think that's true.
So Joe Rogan brings this up. Like, if you were an alien species that had the capability to travel to other planets, instead of sending yourself there, why not send like robots, like AI, to like observe a planet? Because that's what we would do, right? Like for Mars.
Yeah, Mars rover.
Yeah, you send a rover. Or in their case, you send like a super complex AI on a ship. Because, I mean, again, you don't have to feed it. You don't have to sustain it.
And they have that technology.
Yeah, and they would have that technology.
They totally would.
And then, so you send the ship there, the AI observes and does all this
What
stuff.
if their AI ship is on Earth and it just looks like a regular human and we don't even know?
Maybe. I don't know. That'd be cool.
I could be an alien AI right now.
That'd be dope.
You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, you put some AI, some cameras places, and that's just it, you know? But you have a presence, but you're not, like, revealing yourself. You're just there. You keep it down low.
Yeah, you're just, like, observing. Like, that's your life mission, to go sent by the aliens, watching how the world works.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
that should be a Black Mirror episode.
That should be. That'd be cool. But yeah, that's a possibility. But I'm all about aliens. I think the people that say there aren't aliens are crazy. They're insane because there are so many fucking planets. I think
how could you think there's nothing in the universe?
It would be
like there has to be something else.
Right. Earth is not that
the
special.
Only thing.
Yeah, Earth is not that special.
We suck.
Yeah. I mean, like, we found so many exoplanets that have like the perfect conditions for life, and like with water, that super Earths, for example. So I find it hard to believe that we're the only planet in all of existence where life is viable.
Yeah, like you learn it in like every biology class, like the timeline of humans compared to everything else. It's like nothing.
Right.
It's really nothing. So it's like, how could you think that this is all that's ever happened?
I mean, there might be life on one of Jupiter's moons. You know,
there's probably aliens before dinosaurs. Before the first living organism.
Who knows? Maybe some organism hitched a ride to a meteor and hit Earth, and that's how life started. That's another hypothesis. But who knows? Go ahead. This one comes from Frankie G, the Muffin Man. Do you have a take on the Muffin Man?
No.
All right. I like muffins. I think that they're inferior to cupcakes.
I don't really like frosting.
You don't like frosting?
Like, it's too sweet. And usually the cupcake has too much frosting.
But that's the point.
To the cake ratio.
But it's delicious.
I don't know. I like icing sometimes. It depends.
Icing is different from frosting. Icing is stuff that you like write letters with, right?
Sure.
Okay. So do you not like cake?
I like cake.
But that is frosting. That's all frosting. Muffin or cupcakes are just smaller cakes.
Smaller, but like
cakes.
Compared to the cake, it's too much frosting. But on a cake, it's like
enough,
spread out.
Okay.
It's not a huge layer.
So what we found out is that Natasha is a cupcake hater, and her diet is fucked because she hates cupcakes and muffins.
This says muffin.
Fuck muffins. Fuck the muffin man.
No one's talking about muffins.
No, that's what I said. I said muffins are inferior.
Muffins are irrelevant.
Yeah, they're irrelevant.
That is so 2017.
The only muffin I like is chocolate muffins, but fuck those as well. I'd rather have a cupcake.
I would rather have like a nice chocolate croissant.
A croissant? There's chocolate croissants?
There sure is.
A chocolate croissant.
It has like chocolate chunkies in it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, you can put anything in a croissant.
Can you put berries in a croissant?
Probably.
What about mayo?
That's kind of gross.
Yeah, a little bit. Mayo's disgusting.
Like, you ever see someone like put some food combination together and you just think, how is that good to you?
Yes.
I almost had a heart attack the other day at school. I was in the cafeteria. Some dude comes up with his bag of Doritos, the red one.
Mm-hmm. The classic Doritos.
He went up to the sauce area. He put like sweet and sour sauce
on a Dorito?
In the Doritos bag, and then put like vinegar in it. And I'm like, what does that even taste like?
He's not from this earth if he's doing that shit. He should be banned from eating Doritos. He's gonna fuck around like that.
I was like, that's definitely not...
It's gross.
That's not a thing.
You can't do that. I want his Dorito rights taken away.
Here's
ASAP.
something controversial.
Okay.
Do you store your food in the microwave?
No.
No, right? No one does that.
Yeah, no one does that.
Except for, guess what? I found out that people do that.
The microwave is not for storing food. The microwave is for heating up food.
That's what I'm saying. And they're like, it's a... I asked, is that a white person thing? Because the person who I saw did it was white.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, is that a white person thing? It was my boyfriend, by the way.
He stores his food in the
He
microwave?
put this fucking food in the microwave. And I'm like, what do you mean? You just put it in there for storage? Because I only use the microwave when I'm using the microwave.
Yeah, like, do you just take the food out every time you have to use the microwave?
Yeah. Like, I was like, is that a white person thing? And he said no.
I don't know any black people that store food in the microwave. So
I don't know anyone else besides him that does that.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. That might just be him.
He says, like, white people do that. And I'm like, well, white people... It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me either,
but white people, is this true?
Yeah, please confirm, because I have no idea.
I hope not. I really hope that y'all aren't storing your fucking food in your microwave.
Everyone at the house that day told me that that's a thing they do.
I mean, that's also, like, kind of dangerous. I mean, people don't generally accidentally turn on the microwave, but, like, I just wouldn't store stuff in a place that, like, heats up. That's just not a good idea.
But, like, won't your food get stale as well?
Well, yeah, because a microwave isn't meant to hold your fucking
That's not
food.
what it's for.
That's not what it's built for. You put it in a cabinet or in your fridge. Or maybe your freezer. Those are the three options. Nowhere else.
Yeah, cabinet. Or if it's like a loaf of bread, maybe on the counter. That's a white people thing.
Yeah. Okay, on the counter.
I don't do that. Is that a white person thing? Bread on the counter?
I don't know if you... Well, yeah, I think bread's more of a cabinet. Like...
Oh, we keep the bread in the fridge.
Yeah. I guess some people have, like, apples on the counter.
Like a fruit bowl.
Yeah, fruit bowl.
Sure.
I mean, sure, you can do that.
We
But, like,
do that.
you can't put food in the microwave if you're not going to eat it. That's wrong.
I feel like that's also just rude for anyone who wants to use the microwave.
Well, yeah, because it's like, I gotta take out all this shit now,
and then
I gotta put it back, and it's like, oh, I don't want to go through that.
It's like when you're trying to do laundry and you like open it and people's laundry's already in there.
Yeah,
it's like if you're not gonna finish your laundry, don't leave it in here.
Yeah.
Just do it when you have time to do it. Disrespectful.
It's super disrespectful. So we got some basketball questions.
Okay.
This one's from Justice and Jordy. That's Justice N, like the letter N, Jordy on Twitter. How much I love James Johnson?
How much I love James Johnson?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say fuck James Johnson. Fuck that. What? He beat his wife. I hate that motherfucker.
He beat his wife?
He beat his wife.
No way.
Yeah.
He's married?
Well, he was, and she divorced him, and she
because
lost
he
the
beat
kid.
her?
Yeah, he beat her.
So she divorced him?
She divorced him and got
Spill
the kid.
the tea.
I hate that motherfucker. I hate that this asshole, this clown, is a journeyman, and he thinks he's LeBron James. He's trying to get all cute with the ball, doing shit. Like, fuck off. Get off my goddamn team. Taking minutes from Justice Winslow and Josh Richardson and Bam Adebayo. Fuck you, James Johnson. Get a life. Get some basketball talent. You know, go play in China, you fucking loser. God damn it. I hate that. It was a 4-year fucking deal. $14 million per. Pat Riley overpaid his ass. He had half a good season, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring him back." James Johnson can't do shit, and now people are saying that he's a turnover machine and a bad dude and a bad person, and she feel bad about taking money from Pat Riley. And fuck him.
Okay.
Go die in a hole, James Johnson.
All right. Here's something.
Right.
Why is it okay when celebrities do fucked up shit? Why do they always get away with it?
That's a good question. I think that people, at least from basketball, from sports in general, I think that people see this person as like, oh, well, they're a really great athlete, or oh, they're a really great actor.
But does that cancel out that they fucking broke the law? No, it shouldn't.
No,
right?
It doesn't.
But it does.
Right. I mean, for me,
it happens all the time.
Like, I'm a believer in, like, okay, Floyd Mayweather is a terrible person. He's a really great boxer. I get if you want to respect him as a boxer. Like, if you have a son that's a boxer and you're like, if I want him to watch tape of someone, I'm going to make him watch Floyd Mayweather, right? But you can appreciate that someone's an athlete and still say that they're a terrible person, right?
Yeah, you could still like what they do.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean you like them.
Yeah, you don't have to like that person. You don't have to cape for them. You don't have to.
But like, they should still go to jail if they break the law.
Yeah, if you break the law.
Like, they're not above the law. They're still people.
Yeah, exactly.
But yet...
we make excuses for them. That's what I hate. We make
It's
excuses for people that do great things because, like, doing something awesome and being in, like, your personal life are two separate things. Like, I don't know. James Johnson is an example of Heat fans like James Johnson, but he's a prick and an asshole.
It's kind of like the whole Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson thing.
What happened? I was out of the loop. What happened with them?
Well, remember a while ago, Janet Jackson was the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Her nip came out, nip slip, because of Justin Timberlake. He, like, pulled her costume too much, and, like, it came out. Ooh. And Janet Jackson apologized for that, even though it wasn't her fault. And now she's, like, banned from performing at the Super Bowl.
Because her costume broke?
And it wasn't even her fault. It was Justin Timberlake's fault. And Justin Timberlake, like, went on to, like, get all his shit sold. And, like, Janet Jackson basically, like, they kind of, like, pushed her down.
Oh, the NFL is weird.
That's fucked up. Like, they basically, like, kind of not ruined her career because she's still, like, famous.
Yeah, she's still Janet Jackson.
But, like,
it's fucked that.
Kind of, like, pushed it under the rug. And, like, it wasn't even her fault. Like, what the fuck?
Why do people care so much about women nipples?
And, like,
we see guys
Janet Jackson is, like, a really big advocate for, like, domestic abuse and, like, abuse in general and, like, feminism and all that kind of stuff. She's, like, a good person.
Mm-hmm.
I read her book. She wrote a book. No, she didn't write a book. LaToya Jackson wrote a book. And I read her book. And it, like, talks about, like, all their family and, like, all the shit they had to go through. And, like, LaToya also was, like, a victim of abuse from her manager and stuff. Like, why? Just to be famous?
Well, the Janet Jackson front, like I said, the NFL has terrible leadership. They're really old school in their thinking, and you can see that in people sitting for the national anthem. Like, they were really, really against that. I can see why they would, in their warped minds, think that, oh, well, Janet Jackson had a nip slip due to a costume malfunction, and that's totally her fault, even though it's totally not. It has nothing to do with her as a person. I don't know why they would ban her from the Super Bowl for that.
Isn't that so fucked up? Like, she didn't do anything.
Right, she was just there. She was the product of a bad
like,
situation.
Sorry I have boobs. Like,
right.
What?
Like, I don't know. The NFL is whack.
I mean, Justin Timberlake did a great job in his halftime show. The Super Bowl.
I enjoyed it.
I like him, but like his music.
I don't enjoy CTE.
But I don't think that was a cool thing that happened. Like, he didn't even say sorry about it.
# bring back Janet.
Just because he's white? White man?
Well, they got a lot of
They get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb.
A little bit.
How is Trump a thing?
How
did he get away with that?
Well, okay, so I think that in that case, the Electoral College is such a broken system. Like, I feel like if more people vote for you, you should win the election.
Did you hear, like, about how he wants to do, like, a military parade?
Yeah, that's really dumb. Yeah, I saw stupid. That, and it's like, we are not that type of country. We are not like, North Korea.
What is
this,
Bastille Day?
Yeah, like,
what are you trying to do?
Like, I don't get it. I don't get why. Like, we we spend so much on the military, and we do have pride in our military. We do have pride in our veterans. I don't understand the need for that. It seems like some weird fetish with guns and explosions.
Yeah, like how does that help any of the issues that we have currently going on?
Like, why spend money on that? Why is that a thing we need to do?
It's so stupid.
But Trump is stupid. Trump is a dumb. Like, I honestly think if you went back to high school, I don't think he would get above a 2.0 GPA. Like, legitimately.
I don't get how, like, there's no, like, requirements in experience to be the president. Like, I feel like if you're going to be the president, you should have some government experience.
You should.
Like, a little.
Like, the job initially was supposed to be made for anybody to be able to run and win, even though it's totally not the case. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you should have someone that, like, knows what they're doing. And I think for the most part, him not knowing what he's doing has prevented him from fucking things over more than he would if he did. Which is why Pence is really dangerous, because he knows what he's doing, but yeah, he's an idiot. I don't want him as much leader of my country.
No, they're both pretty bad options.
Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We got another Heat question. I mean, not Heat, but like basketball question. This is like a more obscure one, even though it was one of the biggest trades of the day, because today was the end of the trade deadline.
Oh, shit.
Bruno Caboclo for Malachi Richardson. This one comes from Eric_TH on Twitter. That's ERIC_TH. Mm-hmm. So, for the careers, I looked at some stats. Malachi Richardson.
Stats?
I got stats.
Okay, you got stats.
Malachi Richardson, for his career, is averaging 3.5 points, 1 rebound, 0.5 assists. He's shooting 29% from 3, 36% field goal percentage. He's a minus 6.1 box score. Box plus minus. I can't talk.
0.5 assists?
0.5 assists.
Thanks for the help.
He's a great passer. He has a defensive rating of 114 points. I'm sorry. And an offensive rating of 96. So when he's on the court, his team is allowing 114 points, and his team is scoring 96 per 100 possessions. And Bruno Caboclo, Brazilian KD, is averaging 1.1 points, 2.2 assists, 0.6 rebounds. He's a minus 8.1 box plus minus. He has a defensive rating of 107 and an offensive rating of 67. The only note I wrote is they both suck. This trade means nothing. Yeah, I guess. They're both 22, so they're young. But as far as I know, they're both awful, and good luck in China to the both of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, like, all the bad players, you just send them to China?
Yeah, I mean, that's where they go. They show out, or the G League. China, the G League, and Europe is where bad players go. Which is where James Johnson needs to be. He should have been in China. Same with Dion Waiters.
Damn. Dion Waiters just had a kid, right?
He did.
Like a while ago.
Yeah, but Dion Waiters sucks as a basketball player, and he thinks he's good.
That's cool.
Kind of like, I don't want to...
Dion Waiters, like, kind of hogs the ball.
Well, so do other players on the team.
I remember I went to one of their games with the Warriors, and Dion Waiters was traveling every single time he had the ball. Every single time. And they never called it. He would just take steps like it was nobody's business.
Yeah, Dion Waiters isn't a good player.
And I'm like, do you know the rules? Because I know the rules.
But you know...
And that's not legal.
You know who else the Heat should have gotten rid of? I mean, they didn't get rid of Dion Waiters, but...
They should get rid of a few people, I think.
I think that one of those people is your boy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think so too, actually.
Yeah, they got this new guy, Bam Adebayo, if you don't know
Bam!
I love Bam Adebayo.
Bam!
I love Bam so much, and he needs more minutes. And
damn!
They got...
Bam?
Damn Bam. They got a 7-foot child taking up his minutes, taking up his time, taking up his touches. And
he's doing really good for, like, a new guy.
Bam is good.
Yeah, he's really good.
He'd be special.
Watch his highlights.
Yeah, I love him.
He's really good. And his name is Bam.
Yeah, it's like, you can't not play a guy named Bam.
He was born to be a star.
He was born to be an
MVP.
NBA, yeah, future All-Star. And
I agree.
I love Hassan. I love Hassan as a guy. I think that he has a really great personality.
He's really funny.
Yeah, he's really funny. I want him on the Heat like forever, just because like as a dude. But like, man, this guy, he's
honestly, the majority of the team is like kind of getting a little too old.
Yeah.
Like they are in their 30s, a lot of them.
Should have sold off some of these guys for assets, for picks and young guys. But Pat Riley's like, oh no, we could beat Cleveland. Y'all gonna lose in the first round, 4 games.
Like you need to keep that stamina.
You need to focus on Josh Richardson, Justice Winslow, and Bam Adebayo. But Pat Riley,
like don't make stupid decisions.
But they did trade for D Wade. He's back, so
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Good story.
He was telling LeBron like, I don't want to play on your team.
No one wants to play for the Cavs.
What the fuck is going on there?
LeBron is out to
They're
the
like,
Warriors.
y'all's is a mess.
Yeah.
Get it together.
So he's gone. LeBron is gone. Everybody's gone.
Did LeBron actually go into the Warriors?
I don't know if he will, but I kind of hope he does, just because, like, I just want to see it. I just want to
start some shit.
Yeah, I just want to see LeBron play with KD and Steph Curry and just fuck the rest of the NBA.
Yeah, they might be really good together.
It would be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be the best team in
wipe
NBA
it
history.
clean.
Yeah, they'd probably win 82 games, win all 16 in the playoffs.
LeBron James and Bam together. What a duo.
LBJ and Bam. Okay, yeah, LeBron back to the Heat.
That'd be sweet.
Play with your boy Bam.
Yeah.
And D Wade.
I think that would be cool to see them.
It'd be cool.
Together.
But Pat Riley fucked up the Heat's cap space by signing guys like James freaking Johnson to 4-year deals. Fuck, man.
They got rid of Joe Johnson to get James Johnson?
Yeah, I mean, Joe Johnson sucks now. But,
yeah.
James Johnson is not good either. So, I just want I want so many of these guys off my team.
Dragic is doing okay.
He shouldn't be an all-star, though.
I don't think so.
Ben Simmons should be an all-star.
But he does kind of carry the team at some point.
I mean, he's good. He just...
Like, he doesn't make a lot of shots.
Yeah, I just think that, like, they should probably have sold him off for assets.
Also, he is getting old, too.
Yeah, he's like 30. I think 30 or 31. So, yeah. They need to... get the value that they could have.
You gotta do something.
Well, yeah, because
half that team's gonna be like done.
Yeah, they're like declining. I mean, their best players are on the decline. I mean, outside Josh Richardson, but yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
I feel like Bam could rebuild the team.
Bam is a rebuild.
Bam is
the whale.
The most putting in work.
Shout out to Leif. Bam is the whale.
Bam.
All right, so that's about an hour. So we're gonna wrap it up here. And thanks for coming on my podcast.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Any closing?
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, I know. This is our first time hanging out in a while. We're doing a podcast because Natasha's a homie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have any closing statements?
Yes.
Okay.
Be safe.
Right. That's a good one.
If you see some tea, spill it.
Spill the tea.
Spill the tea.
Shout out to Molly.
That's the main message I got.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Also, sorry. I just want to put this on the record. I love your dog sweater.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm wearing a sweater.
I'm wearing this hoodie with a cute ass dog on it.
Yeah. What does it say?
It says, there is going to be something funny or deep here, but I couldn't think of anything. So here's a dog.
There's a picture.
And then there's a dog.
Yeah.
It doesn't disappoint.
Yeah.
What if it said, here's a dog, and then there was no dog?
Well, that would be lame, but no.
That'd be so sad.
This is a cute-ass puppy.
It's a cute-ass puppy surrounded by, like, lavender plants. I love it.
It's a great hoodie.
It's a cute one.
And you know what? It's the only one in the world. If I see anybody with this motherfucking hoodie, we are throwing hands. Because I thought of this shit.
Meet you at the library, because this is where all the drama goes down.
Meet me at the library. We can talk about it like men. And I'll probably be
only
really nice and
Only a real
civil.
man would wear that sweater.
Yeah, exactly. And I hope that some girls talk before it. Some blondes, but whatever. It doesn't have to be that, but whatever. So, all right. Peace out.
All right.
See you on the next one. Maybe. I don't know. Bye.
Bye.